And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. I'm your MegaShadowFist, and second video games, second commentary. And I just noticed that actually the Dr. Hody song is playing in the background right now. I didn't even notice that. Anyway, whatever the case may be, when we last left off, we were talking to Mr. Powers. So let's go ahead and continue. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impacts? We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity. Celeste's suicide. Hey, you're actually not supposed to... Okay, anyway. Hey, so have you... Oh, hey, so have you heard of this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is. Something bad for Mr. Cortida? Why do you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I may have been caught by an insidious man. An insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Cortida by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? Except for maybe Mr. On Guard. And that would be the reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews, they're both at a detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get to know... Why can't I read right now? I have to get to the two of them to tell me everything. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't think that Juan actually hid the suicide note. Or if he did, it might have been against his will. Let's say that actually Matt and Guard forced him to hide the suicide note. The suicide note was about this insidious man was actually Matt and Guard. Okay, now Juan was actually sick and tired of hiding this, so he was going to reveal this to the world. But Matt heard about this earlier and decided to silence him for this. Perhaps that's a possibility. I'm not sure if that made sense, but that's what my theory is going to be for now. We already presented pretty much everybody except for Mr. John Doe, aka the Killer, aka Mr. Sir English Gentleman. So, what did they say about him? Nope, nothing to say. Yeah, but that's what my theory is. So I don't think that he was a bad guy, at least not in that regard. Maybe they're throwing me for a loop and Juan actually committed suicide or something, but I want to say, and maybe Matt really didn't hire the assassin, but there's too much evidence pointing in that direction. Let's go ahead and go to the detention center again. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Okay, so I knew it. That's how this works. You have to leave and then come back to hear the other one. Adrian Andrews. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Cortida had on Mr. On Guard. Alright. Miss Adrian Andrews, if that is your real name. Matt On Guard. Oh. I was about to make you a joke. Hey, have you run into any mini in here? But, this is just the detention center. It's not actually the jailer. So, I'd like to ask you about Mr. On Guard, if you don't mind. Anyway. I'd like to ask you about Mr. On Guard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Celeste Impacts. About Miss Celeste Impacts. I had finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. Well, thanks to Edgeworth, but okay. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. It is true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I believe her. I would never do something so stupid. A suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why frame him? Why did you try to frame Mr. Ungard? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Provided they aren't gumshoe. Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? 5? Let's see. No, that's just 2. 1. Just 1. A Cyclock, huh? I've never seen one before. Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. Alright. So first and foremost, what we're going to do is we're going to present Mr. John Doe to you, see if you have anything to say about him. I highly doubt... Well, actually, no. Well, she was a manager, so I'm sure they were in contact. Even though he's not really, like... Even though he's an assassin more than anything else. Alright. Then we're going to try the Cyclock. I think they might have enough evidence to actually try to kick her butt. Let's see. Let's go to present. Let's go to Maya's Magatama. Just 1. Okie dokie then. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ungard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ungard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to keep revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on another person. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge? Something or someone. It's gonna have to be the suicide. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that! I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. No, we gotta try it. We gotta try, like, the suicide note. Actually, we'll hold on to that. We'll hold on to that. Well, first what we're gonna do is we're gonna move. Because maybe I'm jumping ship too early. Let's let this ringtone play out for a bit. This is a waste of time, I know it is, but I don't care. I've never actually heard the full song. Okay, there we go. Mr. Nick! Your phone! Hey, that's the Still Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? We're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back in the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end. Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right now. We should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Put yourself together. Maybe it'll be good news. Always the optimist, Mr. Powers, aren't you? Somehow I doubt that. Do you have anything new to talk about, maybe? No. Alright, we already exhausted all of his dialogue chains. So let's go ahead and go back to the Wright & Co. law offices. March 22nd, Wright & Co. law offices. Hey, pal! Mr. Edgeworth! Hey, pal! Mr. Edgeworth's already back! Well, what happened? We got him! We know who bought the spy camera! This quickly? And this bear's what gave them away, pal! The bear? I figured it out, pal! I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera! Wasn't that what Mr. Edgeworth that figured? Shh, Pearls. And? Go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? I would be sorry to spy on another person in their room. Madame Guard. Huh? Madame Guard, your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Yeah, you know, this will actually be the first time I believe that we've canonically defended somebody who actually might actually be the killer. I don't think that he's the killer, but you know, like I said, he hired Mr. the Killer, Shelly the Killer, if you will. Stuffed Bear. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match of the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Credit card receipt added to the court record. Okay. Spy camera. So, what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file way into evidence. Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear were filled into the court record. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Cordeda's room was Mr. Ungard. Well, why? Why would Mr. Ungard tell something like this? I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Cordeda in one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him, Mr. Ungard, I mean? Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Madame Guard, what in the world have you done? Okay. Let's go ahead and present a couple new things. So, credit card receipt first. Could you please take a look at this? I can't, okay. Why don't I make any instant noodles? No thank you. I don't want any instant ramen. Transmitter. That Ungard, what was he thinking? You mean setting the spy camera up in the victim's room? Yeah, and it was a recording at the time of the murder too, pal. Don't you find that just a tad suspicious? It doesn't sound like a coincidence to me. I mean, don't mind me. I didn't mind it that way, pal. Then what way did you mean it? Stuffed bear. That Ungard, what was he thinking? You mean setting the spy camera up in the victim's room? Okay, don't you find that a bad suspicious? That's gonna say the same exact thing for that. Probably for the spy camera itself as well. Yep. That's why nothing appeared at the top right screen. Or left, I don't know. Anyway, whatever the case would be, we'll present John Doe just in case. I highly doubt it, but we can never be too thorough. I don't think. Could you please take a look? Nope. Nothing to say about that. Alrighty then, let's go ahead and, we already talked to him, so I don't know why I just went there. Okay, well, let's go to move. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the hotel lobby, actually. Hey, if there's anything here. No. Can we go to the apartment? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead. March 22nd, Ungard Mansion, living room. It looks like no one is around. What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face? Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face. He had stitches? You mean the thing right down the middle of his face? Those are stitches? Oh, interesting. Shoot! Oh, there you are! I guess you're still awake, aren't you? Come on, let's play! I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Alright, I doubt there's anything new to examine. Let's examine that. Like I said, this is all the evidence we need. At least, that's not decisive proof to prove to the court, but this is all the evidence that we need to know that Maya is actually in this room. It's the cat door. You've already heard this. Oh, you mean shoot the door? It's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Or to keep people from escaping. Let's go to move. Hotel lobby. Move again. To Viola Hall. Talk. Nothing. Make sure. We're gonna go back to the detention center in a sec. I just want to make sure that we've exhausted all of our stuff. Credit card receipt. Nope, nothing to say about that. Okay. Now let's go ahead and transmitter. No, thank you. Okay. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and go to the stuffed bear. Present that. Okay. Nothing there. If she doesn't have anything to say about one of them, she probably doesn't have anything to say about any of them. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so then, I don't care about your measurements, man. Get out of my face with that crap. It's going to move to the hallway. And move to Mr. Corrida's room. Nope, nothing. So let's go to move. Let's go back to the... Well, first we'll go to the precinct, see if there's anything new that'll appear there. If not, then we'll go back to the detention center. And continue stuff from there. I just want to make sure that, like, maybe, like, no new dialogue chains or anything would appear, or anything of that sort. You know, just in case. Let's go to Viola Hall. Criminal Affairs Department. Nope, nothing. Alright, so then all that's left is the detention center. Let's go there. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 o'clock p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax! Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. I'm getting on my nerves, man. You're a liar. You're a scumbag liar. I know you are. First and foremost, what we're gonna do is we're gonna present this credit card receipt to you. What to say about this, Mr. Sir? Oh, nothing, huh? Well, do I have to talk to him, or will I be allowed to talk to, Miss Andrews? No, he's right, Mr. Nick. Your skin's kind of drying up here and there. I swear, after this case is over, I'm going to get lots and lots of sleep. What? I don't remember them saying this. Okay, let's look at this. Could you please take a look at this? I know it may not seem important to you. Well, if it's not important, then I'd rather be in bed. If I don't get my 12 hours of beauty sleep, my skin's gonna get wrinkled up like a prune, dude. You know, he's right, Mr. Nick. Your skin's kind of drying up here and there. I swear, after this case is over, I'm going to get lots and lots of sleep. Okay, what do you have to say about the transmitter? Nope, nothing at all. Nothing, nothing, you only see air. Don't be silly, I love you very much. Oops, I guess I shouldn't touch. Stuffed bear? Nope, nothing there. Alrighty then. Do we have enough evidence to take him on with the psych lock yet? It's kind of weird, I think. Alrighty then. We'll figure that out in the next episode, I suppose. Alright, anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.